The Ballet of the City of Natal was founded in 2002. It is formed by professional dancers who work with contemporary dance, one of the last dance companies from Brazil, which dancers are public servers, becoming the Natal City Hall one of the pioneers in the Northeast. The company has priorized the thematic diversity, the language multiplicity, and mainly the quality of its repertoire, although they have never forget social responsibility. It still tries to incentivate and invest on local choreographers, from where it has begun to appeal to great talents, including inside the company.
Since its first year, Ballet of the City of Natal wins prizes and national and international recognizement, what seems to be way done with ethic, effort, talent, and a lot of persistence. In 2003, it won the prize of Best Dancer Dorian Gray. In 2004, it won second place duo contemporanean with the choreography Pelos Ares, and the 22nd Dance Fest from Joinville, greatest festival in Latin America and since 2004 considered the biggest of the world at Guinness Book. In 2006, we won the following prizes: first place in Masculine Advanced Solo Contemporanean with the choreography Prece, and a second place in Advanced Trio Contemporanean with the choreography No Caminho de Casa at the 24th Dance Fest from Joinville. Our company also received important invitations to dance festivals around the country, just like the Dance Fest from Maranhão in 2007. The acquired credibility with our work has just credited to fly higher, like a tour to São Paulo and Salvador City in 2007.
The Ballet of the City of Natal realized that today we live in a conjunction between tradition and modernity, times and spaces, synchronicity and confluence, contemporary art and ancient expressions. The conscience of this conjunction has done the look from the company. On the last years has tracked and found out the memory singularity and the movement culture who makes our existence. Thus, when we read on the poems and rhythms from the richest inspiration, find the Rio Grande do Norte which dialogues with the local diversity and from many others.
From this dialogue, the recent spectacle's purpose has a clear focus and has the target to join people and make them appreciate and reflect about the art of the dance, just like a diversity factor and from the cultural plurality. Development factor which says the absence of frontiers between people without stop preserving the peculiarities from each reality, challenging an objective analysis and allowing the sensitive become a constructive reality and comprehend the world.
The choreographies, poem music, Beyond the Body, and You Doesn't Know How Much I Love You are examples of the purpose objective on the last work of Ballet of the City of Natal. Reach the conceptual relevance and thematic, conceptions and arcs which evidences the historic, cultural and artistic importance. Expanding to beyond the exclusion frontiers, the voice of the world to the world, but do not forget the regions and cultural values, providing another opportunity to reflect about what we are doing with our so individual social relations. Think about the paradigms proposed by the popular knowledge as much as the place where we live and the behavior we have. The feelings that born in the convivence at the big urban centers and the way to face the time, the nature and the technological advances. They are reflections which want to unveil what join and identify us as human beings.
Poem Music Choreography is an audible book which captures the poet's soul linked to the history and culture of Rio Grande do Norte and also links to a vast and more accessible world than the pages of the traditional book. Its sensitive elements transits by the natural universe of the sea, the river, the dam, the dunes, and a fishing net. Dance as a contemporanean art languages interlaces these elements, sometimes remaking them a valuable combination between movements, poem music, and multimedia.
Beyond the Body choreography tries to reach the inspiration used the Jurema rhythm, also known as Catimbó, conception of the Indian tradition spread in a dynamic exchange and re-elaboration process of the Northeast culture, especially the African religions like Ubanda. In its performance, gestures, lookings, whispers, hand claps, silence, sounds, a group of movements which reminds drama, tries to reach the existence of the word rhythm, where the good and the evil, pain and joy complements each other. Undefined by the beyond of the body, dance gets evolved on the dimensions and properties which go through the culture, the mankind and the life, proposing the reversibility of the sense and from the existence of the body, sharing the complexity of human existence, like does the diorama science.
You Know That I Love You is an abstract creation of a contemporanean language based on a Dona Branca romance narrated by Dona Militana, one of the greatest expressions of the Potiguar culture. The choreography also uses many compositions, presents on the Brazilian Northeast popular culture, just as Coco Alagoano, Chote and Forró, interpreted by Nelson da Robeca and Comadre Florzinha. This work comes from the constant research of the choreographer Armando Duarte about popular expressions present on the Brazilian culture, in its music and dance. During the reassembly process, Duarte created 2 new movements to the company, incorporating 6 men to the original cast, originally just women.
In 2008, the Ballet of the City of Natal decided to reinforce and establish the communication channels inside or outside the local public administration. To do so, tried to develop actions and projects to target this communication in order to demonstrate the art potential available to events, workshops and lectures, beyond the already existing partnership with the cultural foundation Capitania das Arts, what doesn't make it impossible to other partnership.
Ballet of the City of Natal, a ballet of attitude.